There is no question that we are living in very exciting times. The US is being challenged by AI development in China, which is causing uncertainty. Yesterday, the figures of major tech companies were published, and the appearance of the Fed chair showed that interest rates have not been cut. Trump criticized the Fed in a statement and blamed it for inflation. Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, explained in an absurd way why a specific reference to progress against inflation was removed from the statement. He said it was a question of sentence shortening. This showed that the Fed is concerned about inflation, but Powell did not want to admit this publicly in order not to raise inflation expectations. Today, the ECB will probably have to cut interest rates in a stagflation. Powell was asked whether a rate cut was on the cards in March and said no. The missing of the passage about progress on inflation in the Fed statement signals concern about inflation. While rate cut expectations have come down, Trump has stressed that the Fed has only itself to blame for inflation. Despite his harsh criticism, he has not called for the Fed to cut rates, likely because inflation is too high. Powell switched his arguments back and forth during a press conference, adding to the confusion. He explained his decisions as part of his mandate but ignored Trump's influence. Analysts like Goldman Sachs expect there could still be rate cuts. New inflation data is expected soon, and a gross domestic product, GDP, release is expected that could show slower growth numbers. There is pressure in the markets on companies like Nvidia due to tighter US restrictions on China. Nvidia has been selling heavily in Singapore, raising questions about whether the numbers may include circumvention of foreign restrictions. In addition, the AI battle between OpenAI and Microsoft has reached a new angle as Microsoft is now integrating deepfake technology. Chinese companies are showing high growth and value potential in terms of technology, while US tech companies are under pressure. Tesla, Meta and Microsoft's numbers were mixed, with Tesla making a profit but at the same time showing stagnant sales. Microsoft failed to meet expectations in the cloud business, causing the stock to fall. Meta's numbers were good on paper, but the outlook was weak. Additionally, the ECB is expected to cut interest rates today, while inflation is still seen as a problem. Weak growth is noted in the Eurozone, which favors stagflation. These uncertainties are leading to increased demand for gold in China and are having a strong impact on the markets. Today's 7 p.m. discussion on various important topics on the situation in China is recommended.